Okay, so this little place in Goombungee called the Vintage Cow. Amazing little cafe. Okay, so we're off for a little bit of a ride today. I've got a few things different set up. I've got a camera on the front there just for see how it goes, pointing back at me. Don't know why I want that. Don't think I'll keep it there. I think it'll go. So yeah, we've got that pointing back. More so if once I get people behind me, I can push it over the top of myself and see who's behind and get a bit of footage of them. But yes, it's twofold today, or actually threefold. Going for a coffee. Going to get some fuel so that when I go for my ride next Saturday, which I've got to go for a long hour and a bit before I get there, so I want some decent amount of fuel before I get there, and also to make sure that my brakes are working okay that I put in yesterday. Just applied them then and they seem okay. Yeah, just a bit of a lazy Sunday morning ride. Beautiful morning, 22 degrees, bit breezy but nice. Starting to feel like autumn here in Toowoomba. Hopefully got out of that really hot stuff. We're sort of into the middle of March now. St. Patrick's Day today. Should have worn green. I've worn blue. I should have worn green. Mind you, I did see a green painted spider. Hopefully I can put a picture of it. It was emerald green. Quite nice. Yeah, it'd be a good buy actually. But yeah, off out to Goombungee for a coffee. So that's the plan. I've always been saying I'm going to go to Goombungee and have a coffee. I'm going to go to Goombungee and have a coffee. Well, I'm going out to Goombungee to have a coffee. Oh yeah, it's looked back over me. So that should get some nice footage backwards over there behind all the guys. Yeah, it's not the sort of thing you want to trial around in town all the time, I'll tell you now. So I'll be getting that periscope down very, very shortly, as soon as I get through these lights. And, but yeah, making sure of that, getting footage backwards. Look at these, that's nice. Yeah. MG, little Mini. And at the back, it looks like a Ford Anglia or a Zephyr. You can't quite tell there. I'll have a look on the footage when I get home. I think it was a Ford Anglia. All right, on to Goombungee. So I'm heading down a big hill, and there is one of those things. Old mate there. And usually you'd put speed cameras, or in my opinion, you would put them in places where there'd been lots of accidents, there was danger to children, you know, those types of places. That one's on a double lane, 80 kilometre, 90 kilometre an hour piece of road going downhill where there's not that much traffic most of the time. That is purely a revenue raiser. No safety thing to that at all, just pure revenue. There's been bugger all if any accidents there. Now they occasionally have one under the bridge here, and I'm okay with that because there's lots of traffic lights in this area, and it's 80 kilometres an hour, so you don't want someone doing higher than 80 when you've got lots of traffic lights around. So I'm okay with that. But that one, yeah, revenue raiser. There we go, got a bit of noise, that's good. Alright, so we've got a bit of fuel in. We're heading off to Goombungee. Now, for those who are not aware of where Goubungie is, it's slightly north of Toowoomba, about a half hour north, or 30 minutes for those who work in minutes rather than halves and quarters. And but you've got to head west to get there. The easiest way to get there, you've got to head west. So I've just filled up out here at Charlton, which is just on the western side of Toowoomba. And you then head out from Charlton, turn off at a thing called Zim's Corner and head to Kingsthorpe, and then just follow your way through to Goombungee. And we'll take a bit of footage as we head along. But I thought, oh, I better explain about where we're going, because otherwise we'll go Goombungee. Where the heck is Goombungee? You can see there, Warrego Highway. You've got to take the Warrego Highway. So the Warrego Highway is the one going to my left and right, not the one going straight ahead, which is sort of what that sign is saying. So yes, it's head west out of Toowoomba, head towards Oakey, but you don't want to go too Oakey. Past that thing there, which is known as Gowrie Mountain. It's hardly a mountain, it's just a little rocky outcrop, which is a lot of those around Toowoomba, as you can see from this area. It's very old volcanic, and you'll get a lot of that sort of, just all of a sudden there'll be a big hill, which is, it's volcanic in nature. It's the old core of a volcano. So yeah, that's Gowrie Mountain, that one. There's Gowrie Junction over there to the right. And that's Kingsthorpe, sort of through the trees there, the white buildings. So we'll head over into Kingsthorpe there in a tick, and we'll catch up with you there. So we're coming up now onto what's known as Zim's Corner. Known as Zim's Corner because of the old servo that's here, which still operates, but it looks like it's abandoned. So yeah, Kingsthorpe, there was the sign. So follow the signs to Kingsthorpe. Don't go in that left lane, that takes you into Zim's Corner servo, which when you go past it, you'll see it. It looks like it's abandoned, but it actually still operates. Don't know that I'd fill up there, but if you're desperate, go for it. But yeah, there's a series of hoops and loops, including round a big roundabout, and then you're up and away, and off to Kingsthorpe. Interesting story where we are just now. So that there was the property either side of that gentleman that has been on a number of shows on TV about having shot his wife when he was looking for a brown snake. Apparently that's where he lives. So yeah, look out for brown snakes there, folks. They're prevalent, apparently. Disgrace that. That'll be my only political view for the day. But yeah, if you ever get a chance to look that up, look up a guy in Toowoomba that shot his wife when he was trying to search for a brown snake in his shed. A bit suspect, but anyway, I'll leave that for the courts to decide. Well, not decide as they did. But yeah, this is Kingsthorpe. Yeah, probably don't stop at Kingsthorpe unless you want your banjo tuned. Hello, Jason. That's one of the guys I work with who lives here. But no, it's a nice spot, Kingsthorpe, but it's yeah, a little bit old school. There's no real coffee shop. It's a place where people live and trade. It's not looking for any tourist dollar per se, but it's just yeah, a little outcrop from Toowoomba where people live, a little community, but very right-wing in its nature. A lot of cyclists stop there to basically eat some food, go to the toilet, and that's about it. So one of the things that you do get around Toowoomba is you get a lot of cyclists. I used to be one of them, because it's a really good area for training because there's hills and at the moment there's wind. So those three boys are doing it really tough because it is a really windy day. So they would be just hanging out with their lungs, trying to get themselves back into Toowoomba. So they got a good 30 odd K, filthy wind, including the wind right into them. So yeah, they didn't choose their route very well today. Down here on the left, you've got a massive big alpaca farm. For those who might want to stop and check out the alpacas. No, you can't shear them and take the wool. There's a heap of alpacas in that little corner there. And then you come down to this area and it is an 80k zone through this little bit just here. If it's been wet, be very careful through here because this gets water through it and it can be dangerous. And if you come into it in your Spyder, even with a little bit in here, you will get filthy wet. Simple as that, but it is, yeah, it shows a metre there. If you're anywhere near a foot or 30 centimetres worth, do not drive through it. The water absolutely smashes through there. And a number of cars which have been washed off the road, let alone motorcycles and Spyders. Edge of Goombungee here. To the roadway. And, so it doesn't take that long to get out here. So it's worth a little ride out. But see the sign? Goombungee. Indigenous Australian name or Aboriginal, whichever way you want to say it. And yeah, I'm not sure what Goombungee means, but I'll look that up, put it down below. Great little town, but a little bit of manufacturing here, but generally it's just a lot of old farmers that move in from out west move here and settle. It's a favourite with push bike riders, motorcyclists, car tourists. Apparently not. That's lovely. It's good to see some new housing going in, which these couple here are. Really need to get themselves a driveway. There's a lot of houses around Toowoomba with no driveways, and a lot of it's to do with a shortage of concreters. So if you're a concreter and out of a job, head to Toowoomba, you'll get one. It's the Tin Man doing his weights. A few of the shops that have boarded up and closed up. There's a few that aren't. The post office, that's nice. Little picnic town. Yeah, they've really done up the middle bit here. Quite good. This used to be okay, the Iron Man Cafe. It's not much chop anymore. Pub. And where I'm going, which is to the cafe. Go around that one. A bit closer. So I can get out. Magic. Alright, we're here. this little place in Goombungee called the Vintage Cow. Amazing little cafe. They've got a B&B next door, and that little cafe extends right out the back. Absolutely beautiful. Have to be coming back here. Alright, so what an interesting place that was. The Vintage Cow Cafe at Goombungee. Just awesome little place. So that's the B&B next door to the cafe itself that they've opened up. I'll do a bit of a U-turn here and capture a bit of it. There it is, the Vintage Cow Cafe. While I was there, they had a mechanical bull dropped off. So yeah, something a bit different. The lady that owns it is yeah, I think if she was a bit younger they'd classify her as having ADD, but she's just magnificent. She's a real goer. But yeah, that little cafe there, straight across the road from the pub, which also has accommodation. So there's a bit of accommodation out here at Goombungee. But they've done a great job with the little town. It wouldn't surprise me if that lady opens up a second cafe just to fit more people. She's got that big area there. I've got some photos that I'll smash up as well, but there it was really, really nice. So Goombungee, a definite place to visit on a day trip or on a long trip, whatever it is. Get yourself to Goombungee and drop in there to the Vintage Cow and have a look. And if they've got their Airbnb opening up very soon, get onto that, spend the night there, and I reckon you'd have a ripping time. All right, I'm off back to Toowoomba, and that's me for the day. A little ride to Goombungee. So glad I came.